In this video, I'll go over how I made the skull mandalas that you can see on my Instagram account. To this day, I think they're some of the coolest pieces I've made with Stipple, um, and it shows the some masking techniques which are useful for other things. So let's get into it. All right, I'm just gonna hit start drawing, and we'll begin with a blank canvas. Okay, so to begin, let's load the source images. For the draw image, and just click on the thumbnail on the draw image slot, we're going to load in this skull. And on the mask, if you click over on the mask slot and then click the thumbnail, we're going to load in this mandala. All right, now we're going to line these up a little bit, make the mandala a little bit bigger. We will make the skull a little smaller. Okay. So now we're going to go to the levels, and we're going to we're going to invert the draw map gradient. And again, that'll draw the light spots of the image. You'll see that I use the inverted draw map quite often. We'll keep the mask. You'll notice that the mask is lit up now. If the mask is disabled, you'll see that the mask is, you can't edit it, but if the mask is enabled, you can. Now we're going to turn this down a little bit. And by turn down, I mean we're going to pull the mask threshold into the gray a little bit. It'll allow more of the mask to be used, more of the mask layer to be used. If it's too tight on the black, it'll be very strict and it'll only allow parts of the image that are aligned with the darkest most spots of the mask. Yeah, you'll see as we go. Okay, so now in the color, I'm gonna switch to background, and you can switch to background by pressing this rectangle with three dots. If the rectangle is glowing and the dots are filled in, that means that you have the background selected. So from there, I'm gonna switch to a black background, and I'm going to switch back to the dot color and select white. We'll leave the opacity and hardness as is, and this should be enough to get going. And you'll see as I'm drawing, it's drawing the skull. Let's turn that threshold down a little bit more, and we will make the dots extra small. So it's drawing the skull, but it's only drawing the skull in the dark spots of the mandala image. So we'll take a look at this in a second. And this is what the end result is. Or not end result, but this is what we're doing right now. So you'll see that now we have a skull, but it's limited to just the mandala pattern behind it. Now, one thing that you can do, or one thing that I like to do, is then turn the mask off when you've got enough of the mandala design showing, and then just faintly go over the face of the skull to just make those parts just show up a little bit more. It's a pretty cool technique, and let's see what you can do with it. Thanks for watching.